fact that we are being punished for asking for help shows that there's a really horrible person controlling this world.
What about human or women rights in this country?
Now, there is no rights.
What happened to the U.S. embassy? They didn't interact in this?
They don't help because they say the country that has taken the children is the one to make the decision.
Hello, Jessica.
Hi, how
are
are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
Is it good?
Yes, I just had to get myself dressed. I had to buy at the secondhand store a jacket I got because I wasn't planning on being here. But now it's going to be 4 days, so let's.
Yeah. So are you ready for tonight?
Yes.
You're going to sleep here?
Bring it on.
Yeah. We expected this from a strong lady like you. Can you tell us about yourself? Where do you come from? What's your name? What happened to you?
Well, my name is Jessica, and I'm from the States, and I studied in Sweden, and that's when I fell in love. So I found a man, and he actually wanted to move to America, which is where I was born. So I thought, well, what the heck? I moved over there to him, and we got married a few months later, and that's when hell broke loose, and my torment started. And when he abused me and the neighbors called the cops, he lost his visa or the
Green card.
Yeah, he lost his green card in the United States, so we had to leave America. We come to Sweden, and he continues to be a bad person, and I go to the police, I go to the social service, I live in protected housing, he finds me, there's nobody that helps me, the charges are being dropped, nothing goes. I hand over I tried to get a divorce. I decide I want to get a divorce. I take 33 gigabytes of the video that I have, hand it over to the police because I want help to get away from this person. They take my kids instead. They took my kids.
You the one who complained?
I went to the police.
Is he Swedish?
I said no. He's from the Czech Republic.
Okay.
And then, so I handed over the evidence to the police. Out of 21 cases, 2 went to trial, and he got convicted for abuse on both of them. Still, my kids are gone. It's been over 2.5 years, almost 3 years. He doesn't want the kids.
What did you say? 2, 3 years?
The kids are now 5 and 6. It's been almost 3 years.
3 years. You never see them?
Seen them once.
What happened to the U.S. embassy? They didn't interact in this?
They don't help because they say the country that has taken the children is the one to make the decision. And when Swedish police went to the United States to see if they could convict him for the crimes he committed there that wasn't charged, the Swedish government decided to answer. America has they actually punish people too much. And in Sweden, it's not proportional to the crime, so they can't take it. So even though they can document the abuse, and America gave him 6 years, in Sweden, you're only supposed to get a few months, so they decided to move it away. I mean, there's no help within the governments, no help within the systems, and there's no protection for the children. And for women like me that are running around trying to protect our children to get away from people that are not doing good and asking for help, the fact that we are being punished for asking for help shows that there's a really horrible person controlling this world. Well, right now, I'm still trying to get my kids home because he doesn't want the kids, and he doesn't want the kids. He doesn't want the kids. He wants them over there in 2 different houses.
All right.
Because he's revenging me for getting a divorce. He told me this. I showed the police recordings 2 years prior that when I went to the police and I handed over, where he told me, try to get a divorce, you're going to lose your children, and you're never going to see them, and in the worst case, I'm going to bury you, nobody's going to know that you're dead. I handed that over to him. Nobody listened to what he was threatening or telling me or promising me, but he promised, and he fulfilled.
What about human or women rights in this country?
No, there is no rights. When Sweden decided to make this country equal, they removed all rights for women. Now women have no rights. We don't have equal pay. There's no equal salary. There's nothing equal here, except now that nobody's getting help from the police. So the equality is now equal to men and women. When you call, they're not going to come. You're not going to get help. You're not going to get anything if you need it, whether it's the social service or the police. They're not really working with the people right now.
I'm sure a lot of people hear you right now. They are really shocked. What are you saying? They can't believe it.
Well, the worst thing is that in Sweden they have a worry report. A worry report, not an evidence report, not a crime. A worry report that an anonymous person can put in. So your neighbor that you parked in their parking spot might not like that. So they call the social service and they say they mistreat their kids. Well, with what evidence? We don't need one. The fact that worry report came in is enough to open an investigation. That one investigation leads to an LVU. or a suit. So either they ask you, do you want to give your children to me so I can place them? And when you say yes, I'm happy. But when you say no, that becomes an LVU.
Yeah.
So when you don't consent to your children living over there, they take them by force, and you don't.
There is no way for
No
to
way
get
for you
out this.
No, there's no way. You have nothing to choose between. Either you're on paper saying, okay, you are my child, I don't want you, and I want you over there. Either
Yeah.
that's on their paper that they're going to read when they're 16, 18, or 90, or it says on the papers, no, my parents did not consent to this. My parents did not want me to live there. They did not ask for me to go. It's a difference between somebody asking for help and for people being put into situations where the government is helping.
Yeah, what can we say?
You're amazing for helping, supporting, and doing what you're doing for the children's voice and rights.
That's my duty. Everybody should do this, and we are part of this. We need to stand and be next to these people. And I would like to hear the last word from you.
Family needs all the resources in order to make everything work. And if we want to make the family work, we need to focus on how do we regulate and control emotions. If you can regulate and control emotions, you can be good in social relationships. Right now, the problem in society is that they don't know how to be in social relationships. We need to be siblings with love and respect.
Thank you very much. Thank you.